Hello, this is Ronove. Welcome to my channel. This is my first video ever and I thought I could share some of my initial thoughts and reactions and everything to the Nintendo Switch 2. It's been 4 days since I got mine and I've been enjoying it, really, so a little bit of context of what's my history with Nintendo. I've always been a Nintendo kind of fanboy. I grew up with Nintendo consoles. I would say the Nintendo DS and the Nintendo GameCube are my favorite consoles experiences. I really loved my time with the Nintendo 3DS, and the Switch was great, really. I got it a little bit after launch. I had my Switch B1 edition since forever, and then I changed into the OLED version like a few months after that came out, and that kind of revived my interest in Switch games. By then, I kind of stopped playing, except for playing a little bit with friends at the office, etc. But the OLED kind of revived my interest. I got into a bunch of games that I abandoned. I got into more games, like I remember playing Astral Chain, and I really wanted to dive into Demon X Machina with the OLED. That didn't last a very long time. I think it piqued my hype for maybe 2 more months. No, I want to say like half a year, and then my Nintendo Switch just became my go-to console for multiplayer stuff when family comes over or if we're meeting friends. But I kind of moved away from it. I started playing way more on my Steam Deck or on my Retroid Pocket 5 or directly on PC, etc. So I haven't been really using the Nintendo Switch 1. I kind of came into the FOMO of the Nintendo Switch 2, to be honest. I found myself with 2 weeks of vacation out of nowhere between switching jobs, so I thought it was like the perfect opportunity. Also, it was my birthday a few weeks back, and I thought, yeah, why not? Maybe this is my own present, and let's see how it goes. I was really more excited about playing the Nintendo Switch 2 versions of the Zelda games. I really like those games, and I thought the HDR paired with OLED TV and the 60 FPS would be amazing. I'm also super hyped for whenever Metroid Prime 4 comes. Really want to play that with 120 FPS or just experience it. It's been so long since Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, and I love the Metroid series, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So I mainly got it knowing that it would be a nice console, for now at least, to replay older Switch games. Like I would really love if more friends would get into like resetting their Animal Crossing island, all of us starting from scratch and doing like an Animal Crossing New Horizons revival or something like that. I would be super down for that. Actually, let me know if any of you guys are actually planning on doing that. Maybe we can start a kind of a small community of islanders and we can trade, and yeah, that would be fun. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm also looking forward to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I played the main game and I really loved it despite their graphical and performances limitations, but I really liked it. I enjoyed my adventure throughout Paldea. And I bought the DLCs, but I didn't play them. I think I got like 1 hour in the first DLC or 2 hours, and then I moved off of it. But now that they have a huge performance and graphical bump in the Switch 2 upgrades, I'm looking forward to do that. Looking forward to go back to Pokemon, probably leaving my old team behind and starting from scratch in this new area of the DLCs and everything. So I'm really looking forward to that. But in the meantime, I've been playing 2 games. The first one is Mario Kart World. I got the bundle version of the console, and it's been great, really. I love Mario Kart. I'm not like a huge fan that I play for years and years, but it's been great. The one I played the most, I think, was Mario Kart Wii. I remember coming back from school and just going into the online and play for hours randomly, and I feel like that's kind of the experience that I'm having now with Mario Kart World, in the sense that it's not really about like, oh, completing all the cups in single player, but the multiplayer is really nice, especially, well, it has its downfalls, right? We all know about like there's no actual 3 laps on tracks and the Grand Prix is very weird, but the knockout is amazing. The knockout tour is really great. So I hope they update it in the future with more things. But in the meantime, it's been really fun, and I've seen a lot of comparisons between Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and all the content that that game has and Mario Kart World. And to be honest, I'm not really that into it. Like, I really like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but I didn't play a whole lot, only just with friends and stuff, but I didn't really vibe with going into the multiplayer. I don't know, I like the game, it's just that it didn't really trigger anything special in me. So even though I know that it's a great game and a lot of people love it and it has a lot of content, I don't mind it. It's okay. So I'm happy with Mario Kart World right now. I hope it gets more content in the future, that they add features that are nowhere to be seen now. I would love if they added Nintendo characters again like they did for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. But yeah, I don't know, it's just fun. I really like the idea, I know this is controversial, but I really like the idea of the, what's the word, like the tracks in between tracks that are mostly just straight and wide roads that get you from point A to B between tracks in the open world. But I like them, I like the concept. I found myself, the first time I played one of those, I found myself being completely amazed at what they did and how beautiful everything looked. I swear I'm not exaggerating, it's just that it was like a really joyful experience, you know, like, oh my god, oh now we're flying here, oh no, we're being launched into space or the clouds or whatever, and it's really fun, it's really fun. Yeah, I was just playing with friends the first time I saw all of that, and I was like, wow, oh my god, wow. Yeah, so it was nice. I like it, I've been having fun. Of course, for me personally, it's not my go-to, oh, I'm going to spend 10 hours saying this. It's more like, oh, let's go online, let's play like, I don't know, 30 minutes, oh, okay, time for another game. And that other game has been The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Nintendo 2 Switch Edition. I didn't buy the 60, 70, 80 euro version or whatever that was. I just paid for the upgrade. I had the original Switch 1 physical version, and so I paid for the 10 euro upgrade. And to me that's really worth it, you know, because it revived my interest in the game again. I have an interesting history with this game. When I first tried it, when it launched for Wii U, I didn't like it at all. Actually, I hated it. I really hated it because I didn't vibe with open world games before. Now I like them more, but it's really not my thing. So I was very angry that we lost the kind of traditional Zelda with the dungeons and everything. I didn't really finish it the first time, and 4 years later I tried it again and it clicked. It clicked to me, like I understood what they were going for, what I should be going for, what was the vibe here, and it became kind of like, what's the word? This kind of chill game that you can go, like a comfort game. That's what Breath of the Wild felt to me after I clicked with it. And it was the same for Tears of the Kingdom when that came out. It was like comfort game. I took my time, I explored everything I wanted to. It was very emotional. I really liked it more than Breath of the Wild. So I'm also really looking forward to play the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Tears of the Kingdom. But the games are so similar, they have the same map, so I think I'm going with Breath of the Wild first. Probably will wait a couple of months or maybe a year and then replay Tears of the Kingdom on the Switch 2. But it's been really great. I feel like this is the way the game was meant to be played. It's really smooth, it's vibrant, it's really nice. I'm just having fun, you know, exploring everything, and I'm not the kind of guy to go for 100%, especially in games like this. So I'm still finding things that I didn't found before in my previous playthrough. So it's nice, like it's a game that has like what, 7-8 years, it's quite old now, but I'm still having fun and finding new things, and even the things that I recognize from before and that I still remember and I know from memory, they're still nice, so I'm having fun. So yeah, I think those are kind of my thoughts on the Switch 2. I haven't tried yet the new game chat stuff, didn't try the GameCube games. I love GameCube, but I'm not paying for the premium thingy. I have to be honest, it doesn't feel like you're making a huge upgrade when you have the console in your hands. It feels nice, it's bigger, it's more premium. It is a bit expensive. games are expensive, I don't think you're really missing out now. There are a lot of things that you could do with emulation if you own the games. I think there are like patches for 60 FPS Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom and stuff like that, that if you own the games legally, you could just emulate them and play them like that if you have a more capable PC or something like that. If you are only like a console gamer that only has a Switch, then I think this is more interesting, you know, because you bring your huge library of games from Switch 1 that are going to run better. Hopefully we get more developers updating more stuff for the Switch 2 versions of the games. For example, I'm really hoping that Monolith upgrades Xenoblade Definitive Edition. I love the game and I would love to play it again. I know people are waiting for Xenoblade X to get a 60 FPS patch that they found out in the files that was a thing. And honestly, even though it's not my favorite, I would replay Xenoblade 2 if it had like more resolution, a 60 FPS patch, etc. So that would be amazing. And now that the Switch 2 is getting even more third-party support, you're getting access to these bigger games like Cyberpunk and such, then maybe it is a good deal for you if you're only playing this. If you have the means to play in something in other consoles or PC, then I don't know if the Switch 2 is there right now. Really the only thing that it's offering differently right now is Mario Kart World, and you could still be playing Mario Kart 8 and be happy. Yeah, so if I had to ask myself, do I regret buying the Switch 2 after a few days of playing? No, I don't regret it. I think it was worth it for my situation right now. I knew that I would have a lot of time, free time. I knew that I wanted the console sometimes somewhere in the future, so I chose to buy it right now. It was also like a self-buying present for my birthday that was a few weeks ago. To me, it was worth it. I'm not sure if it's worth for you. You can check other reviews, other things, but one big thing that I wish I didn't fall for was the FOMO. Like, I started to see all of these videos and everything, and I was like, oh, I need this console. I knew I wanted it, but that kind of pressured me into getting it earlier. So if this video helps you in any way, I hope you take away that don't let the FOMO get to you. If you want the console and if you can buy it and if you appreciate everything that it can offer to you now, not really based on future promises, then it's worth it. And for me, I've been having fun. I think I will be having fun in the future. Really hoping for those Xenoblade patches that will give me a lot of hours of replayability content that I'm willing to re-explore in better performance and graphical fidelity. So yeah, that's been it. Let me know your thoughts. Are you getting the Nintendo Switch 2? What are you doing? Thank you. Thank you for being here with me, and yeah, bye.